I wanted something creative that would allow for characters to be explored. And so wrestling is kind of like one of the best things for that, since it's a bunch of just different such an eclectic mix of different characters all in one setting. So I decided I'm going to do a virtual wrestling show. I found an emulator for a wrestling game from the year 2000. So it's literally a 20-year-old game, and asked around to a bunch of friends to see if they want to play characters. And 12 of us get together every 3 weeks or so. And it's like a fun little event to look forward to, I guess, where we get to come together and watch something that everybody made. So that's, it's a nice thing to keep our mind off of things and keep those creative juices flowing.
5 or 6 years ago, I started improv. But before that, I was playing in tons of different bands. In high school, I was a lead writer and guitarist of like a rockabilly retro revival punk band. I definitely am a ska kid. I just been recording a lot of my own original music. You can go on SoundCloud for Michael Ellison or SoundCloud for Rude Machine, which is my productions for different things I've recorded. I went to school for recording music, Chico State. So I have a lot of different music productions that I've played in over the past 20 years.
I worked for a really long time doing hair and makeup for weddings. I do a lot of dabbling in makeup. So like every Halloween, I like to do something weird and creepy, like a zombie thing. Or if I have an opportunity to like just mess around and play arts and crafts on my face, then I will. So I wouldn't say it's a trade. I would say it's a hobby that sometimes pays a little extra spending cash.
Okay, this is Bed Bath & Bad Decisions, Aaron's improv team.
Yeah, this is a fun little game that we've started. Taylor Elliott kind of helped us create it, and pretty much it's like a sound garden with somebody rapping or singing in the front.
Did this particular show, and it's stuck in my head like forever.
Yeah, Slutty Bumblebee. That's one of the classics.
This is my very favorite costume in my closet. It is a, like girlified version of Tingle the Elf from Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. I got some crazy looks, so I don't really wear this mask out in public if I can avoid it. I've definitely filmed a few promo videos in public, and it's uncomfortable every time. Yeah, a what-if version of all of the regular Roar shows. Jackie is usually played by Brandon Henskins and Joel Ariola, and they do an improvised Jackie Chan movie. So they asked Tina and I if we wanted to, Tina and me, they asked the two of us if we wanted to do it, and I was just like, yes. And then Brandon actually took the time out of his day of a few weekends and taught us a couple of basic fighting moves and how to fall safely and shit like that.
And there's the Royal Rumba.
Yes.
Cadre.
Another great chance for me to put something ridiculous on and do some makeup on the side.
Once upon a time, there was a man who decided he didn't want to wear the usual clothing that normal people wear, and he was going to put on a moose costume.
Every day he wore that fur suit tucked underneath his pants.
But one day, while working his job at the frozen yogurt shop, all the machines began to quit and the room became full of liquid yogurt.
Because of that, his suit began to absorb the yogurt, and he became a furry, yogurty mess.
because of that, he started running around like, this yogurt, and he ran out the door and through the forest, and someone else saw him and was like, is that a Bigfoot?
Because of that, there was no one at the yogurt shop to handle the liability claim when an old woman slipped on the liquid yogurt.
Until finally, he found his way 3,000 miles from his hometown, now in Anchorage, Alaska.
And ever since then, the yogurt shop has a clause on their application. Moose undies need not apply.
And see. Did you say moose undies?
Moose undies, yeah.
We're gonna light this party up. We're gonna light this party up. We're gonna light this party up. You shot my nervous system losing control. You so high voltage gonna overload. Talk to me, I can't communicate. You so hot that you radiate electricity between you and me. That's what it's got to be. Bring me to my knees.